Hi, and welcome to Rambase ERP. My name is Ronnie. We just released a brand new feature in Rambase for the production module that I think you're going to love. The new feature is called Scrap and Release. It's not always that thing goes as planned and units break under production. Scrap and Release is designed to help with these incidents by providing efficient handling of the faulty units. It might be that the whole units need to be scrapped, or maybe some of the parts can be salvaged and put back into storage. In this example, I'm going to go through the use of Scrap and Release for an assembly production of 5 trolleys. The trolleys are made of the following parts: 1 frame, 1 handle, 4 wheels, 5 bolts, and 5 nuts. Let's head over to Rambase to see how the new feature works in practice. I am now in the production work order document for the assembly of the trolleys, and the work is about to be completed. But I have received a notification from operator that 2 of the production units were damaged under the assembly. This was Unit 100-503 and Unit 100-505. We start with heading over to the context menu and press Start Scraping to separate the units that were damaged under the production. By expanding the breadcrumb view, we can see that 2 new PVOs has been created for the damaged units. By going back to the context menu and opening View Products to Scrap, we see the same units here, and it's here we can start the scrap and release process. Let's start with the first unit. As default, the list is set to scrap all the parts indicated by release quantity. If all parts were to be released, we can change that with the Release All button. Now all quantity is set to be sent back to storage. Of course, the quantity of each item can also be changed manually. Here we can specify where the released part is going to be stored in the storage. As default, no location is selected, which means that the items will be sent back to where it was first collected. It is possible to select the storage location for a single part or select the location for all the parts at once. The same goes for scrapping. As default, it will select the default scrapping location, and I can change this for each of the parts or for all of them in one go. The default scrapping location is defined in the company settings, and in this case, our default scrap location is just called Scrap. For the first unit, we were informed that the nuts and bolts were tightened too hard, and that's the reason they were damaged. Therefore, rest of the trolley can be salvaged. The fastest way to handle this is by releasing all the items and then change the quantity of the bolts and the nuts manually. And then we complete the scrapping. While the first scrap process is being processed, we can head over to the second unit. For the second unit, the frame broke down under the assembly and it needs to be scrapped. But instead of scrapping it, we want to see if it can be repaired. We select all parts to be released, and then we change the quantity of the frame and select the location Repair. Click the Complete Scrapping button, and then the scrap and release process is complete. Heading back to the main work order, we can now see through the breadcrumbs that the scrapped items has been handled. This concludes the scope of this video. For more information on how to use Scrap and Release, please head over to help.rambase.net.